All right, hello again, everybody. Skyrain here. I wanted to talk about some free-to-play daily aspect here that I do day to day. Again, completely free-to-play. Things that I usually do focus on a daily. Probably pretty much need to. I always go to the Hilts Trader every day.
Hilts, have you? Well, you're in the
And
right
I've
place.
already got it. We just had a cycle change, so that's get those. And then I always grab. We always grab the weekly pearl, the 800. I always grab. Now, me personally, this is up to you, but I usually grab the rare crests just to have them stocked up. Use. I'll show you where I those for the Elder Rifts in a minute. So I get those every day, and as much as I'd like to get them, I used to get the normal gems as much as I could. That adds up. 2,000 hilts a week really burns through your hilt supply. Once I get some more built up again and can keep it up high, which I did at one point. I actually had double this, so I did that for a couple weeks and then burning through fast. Would love to constantly get them because normal gems are very important to have. But anyway, there is a point of contention on this as well amongst the community, right? I'll get to that in a little bit later. But I also get I definitely make sure I get the daily keys. These are very important as well. So what I get anyway, free to play. Trader
Be the good
basis.
this world desperately needs.
Okay, so then the next thing I go and do, speaking of keys, you want to run temple, the sanctum, or the Roderick temple, but Roderick sanctum. You run through here, go get your keys. That bugged out. I just go. I already cleared it for the day. But you want to make sure you do this on a daily as well, is you get one free gem chest, and what the gems are used for, grind. These all boost your attribute. Mine recently used these not too long ago, so I don't really have that many gems stocked up. The higher you go, of course, the more. And some of these very important. I have been foregoing on the damage and life ones. Your other substats are important to focus on. Armor penetration of armor is very important. But now that they've added, I've seen a lot more dot damage over time here, especially for the Blood Knight again. I'm not exactly entirely happy about from a free-to-play wizard standpoint. The Blood Knight macros are still. They did a slight nerf to the Blood Knight recently with their bats, but now they're giving them a ton of bleed dots on all their new pieces of legendary gear. Granted, that might change some of their builds up, but I would not be surprised in seeing those being used once people actually unlock those. I mean, it's nice to see that there's some build changes, but the whales that put those on with dots are going to be probably stupidly broken with damage over. So now it's almost a point to where we have to start focusing potency and resistance. Mostly resistance, I suppose. At least somewhat take the edge off that a little. But be that as it may, that's what this sanctum is used for. I've already cleared it, so I can take a quick jump to the treasure chest. This is where the free chest is. Done this. Record. Anyway, so there's usually a chest here that's a daily free chest to open, and then the rest of these you can either use keys, or if you're really feeling rambunctious, but me as a free-to-play, I am not. So you can also use platinum to open once you run through all your chests. Some people say it's best to just run through the first room here every day and open them every day. But I usually wait until I get up to 377 keys to open them all. The last just at the end is very disappointing. It just dumps out a bunch of singles. Honestly, like for them to change that, but haven't yet. Probably never will. Anyway, so that's that for this daily basis. Rundown of the other stuff, and then there's a yeah, there's an article going that's kind of got the uproar. I feel like I will put it out there just to address kind of what I heard was going on. I've seen a couple. There's the main content creators and the creator program for game have made their statements already, of course, and do a much better job of detail. But from my perspective is what I'm going to give here. I will bring that up just for a I guess a warning to what to watch out for and be careful of, because I guess they're ban waves. I don't know. It's kind of scary to some, I suppose, but basically just gotta keep your head up, or keep your head down, I suppose, when these are going on, and certain things possibly to watch out for that might affect you on a level. But first, the other dailies that I pick up, of course, are, since we are in Shadows, I pick up the Shadow... Oh, I don't want to do it right now. I pick up the Shadow Quest. Shadow Contract. You want to do those as often as you can. And side quests, you also want to pick those up as often as you can. I'll show you where the... This is also for people that might not be familiar with the game, so I'm doing a complete rundown here. This is where you go for your bounties. Bounty board. I already picked up the first 4. You can do 8 per day, and they carry over if you don't do them in that particular day up to 24. But at that point, it's kind of redundant to that many day in it of competitive and boring. So I usually try to knock out these really quick. They don't take very long. You have a good chance you get bonus XP sometimes on one of them. Not always, but... And then you get a chest after you go and make your turn in. Play and talk to this guy. The chest that pops up that drops gear, and it also has a chance of getting a legendary, which is always good. Especially now. And speaking of legendaries, I still have not yet gotten a new one yet to show the abilities I've been on. I have seen the new chest piece, I think it is, that does the Lightning Nova, that does a stun, and it looks very, very tasty. For PvP aspect anyway. It's very different color too. It's like a gold instead of the usual lightning blue or fire or ice colors. I did get to see it running through a dungeon. Oh, they got the new one. But anyway, so yes, I get the dailies, do the bounties. I got everything listed over here. Yeah, here's the 4 bounties to do yet, or the 8. That's pretty much a good basis. Pick up side quests here. And I know there's a lot of you out there. I appreciate the comments. Comments, suggestions, likes, and all that. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. 3rd video at this point, so thank you. But this is a lot of, like I said, a lot of this is probably, you know, not new to any of you, but to those of you that are new to this still, possibly, like I said, from a completely free-to-play aspect, I mean, I don't have it vacant even, because that costs money as well, so completely free to build character, giving it from my perspective that aspect. Where you pick up your side quests. They have the elite quests, but those are another thing entirely. I've already done those. Side quests. Selected. And then if you're in Shadows, I've been immortal twice technically. I was immortal the very first run of the game or from launch. Okay, been there, done that. Not really a fan of it. Prefer to be Shadows over Immortals. This is where you pick up your contracts.
How interested are you?
Daily
Whatever happened?
shadow
I don't need to
contracts. There you go. Immortals have a whole nother set. I can't show that because I'm not one. If I was, I would. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of the Immortals. Or of being Immortals. More fun to be Shadows. Plus, you get, I think you get more daily. You get more daily keys from assembly, and more experience just by doing that. I honestly prefer that over Immortals get. Anyway, okay, so that covers that for now. That's the oh, and you also want to do one more thing. Already did them. Normally you'd have in your codex a 3 dungeons. If you do 3 dungeons a day, you get a guaranteed green set item piece. I've already collected that. But so you want to do at least 3 daily dungeons. If not more, because you get 12 normal gems a day, I think, possible to drop. They don't always drop, which is the other thing that's kind of irritating. I wish they honestly would drop at least 2 per dungeon run, so you get your 12. That way, you only have to do like 6 dungeons a day. But you really want to do and try to push for that. Oh, the rifts! I completely forgot. Yeah. Ah. Yes. You want to do Elder Rifts. You want to do Elder Rifts, and to make it easy on yourself, what you want to go for here, you want these Fading Embers. I got mine saved up for a purpose. Video. Second. You want to do Elder Rifts until, and this is the other reason I get the regular crests from the Hilts vendor, because them in. You can put up to 10 if you want. Prioritize using like that. But I'm already capped for the bonus weekly. This is with parties. This is what you get when other people use crests, whether they be legendary or just regular. I already got my cap for the week, so I am done using mine. I don't bother using mine the rest of the week. Get the cap in. And I'm done running with parties too. I go solo from here on out. And the weekly limit caps at 280, so I'm at 240 right now. I do 5 of these a day on average. If I feel like doing more, or if I'm Warband party member, we get Warband points for doing dungeons or rifts together. So if somebody is on, I'll be like, hey, you want to do this? Or they ask me, and I'm like, sure, and I'll do some extras. But I usually try to do 5 a day. Takes the edge off. But that way, do 5 Elder Rifts a day, you max out your weekly limit come Sunday, or come tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. From the time of this video. So, that's how I get my 280 done in a week without stressing over it too much and without burning out on doing. That's my plan on. That's the daily run of things. Now, I also save the embers for a reason too. This is very important as a free-to-play. Very important. The most important thing with your Fading Embers to purchase here.
Hello. How can I help you today?
Craft Eternal Legendary Crests. Takes 320 embers to get it. Please. And there we go.
I'm quite proud of the work there, actually.
Sure you are. But anyway, so that's what I get on, well, not a daily. I wish I could get those daily. That'd be... I used mine recently in a couple Rift runs. I wait until I get at least 10, sometimes 10 apiece of the Eternal, of the regular. All the regular ones you also can get per week from Trader. Well, there's one in the monthly Hilts Trader as well of the regular crest. This is the one you get from Warband. The ticket, you do a Warband raid. Warband buddies, about 4 of you at least. You get the ticket, you come over here to turn in one of these 1600 platinum. This one is also 1600 platinum. This is the regular weekly purchase. Regular crest. What I do. Get my crests. Like I said, I save them up until I get at least 10. And then you can either run with other people. I just usually do them myself. It doesn't matter because it's RNG based and individually for you. Doesn't matter. Some people will say, oh, you get a higher. It doesn't change anything. I've done them and I've gotten better sometimes when I run by myself. That's that for that. That pretty well, I think. On this, so this is what I do every day, aside from running the crests for legendary gems anyway. Now, on to the touchy topic, I suppose, here. Bring this up. Alrighty. Have that on the screen here. So, we have a statement on cheating and exploitation. This is put out recently. All adventurers, we in Diablo Immortal, blah, blah. Okay, I'll just cut to the chase. All right, the usual bits here, which you know that are in every game. Using third-party programs and hardware to automate any facet of gameplay results in temporary or permanent bans. Blah blah blah. Purchasing items from unauthorized third-party vendors, which is constant spam in the world chat, which is why I usually off. Making fraudulent transactions on the in-game or Battle.net shop, kind of along the same lines. Exploiting bugs with the market, or here we go. Exploiting bugs within the market or in-game economy for unintended gains. See, scamming account sharing is and see, a lot of these, like I said, have already been discussed. Some of the other content program guys, not me, but they've already. Went into detail on this, so and brought up like Reddit posts, etc., etc. Now, what that means is mostly the big thing recently, and a lot of people could say, "Oh, it's about the gems." You don't know, there was a gem exploit where people were duping, I guess, the normal gems, yet putting them on the market board, and they were putting them on in heavy amounts. I didn't check the market board here myself recently, so this is going to be first time view here. I haven't checked in a while.
Welcome, most esteemed
So let's go ahead and
patron.
look at normal gem. Normally these, well, not so much the tourmaline. Let's look at people are mostly here we go. Okay, now this is more like, yeah, people started to attack off the tourmaline because a lot of the whales, they just resonance boosting their damage, so they don't really go after that anymore. But they do go after, oh yeah, they're going after the armor ones still too. Okay. What the other ones? Yep, topaz. Oh, the potency ones people still really aren't going for. So it's resistance is topaz, sapphire is armor penetration, aquamarine armor. So yeah, these are all out of stock on my my server. But what was going on was people were duplicating gems in massive quantities. Oh, sorry, I still have the other thing up on the screen. I forgot. Oop. Okay, yeah. So here we go. I'm at the market board. These are the normal gems that I was talking about. Alright, I completely forgot I still had that up on the recording screen. So here we go. By the way, I don't have a software yet. So, live. Off the cuff. Bear with me. Yeah, they usually, yeah. Whales and such in the server here don't touch these. Rubies have been left alone for quite a while now because that gives life. Again, that's what resonance gives you, is damage and life, so getting passed up anymore. These are potency. they're kind of sort of good when they see that. I guess obviously there's a higher rank. Grab those as opposed to build them up gradually. But yeah, I would be very wary though. However, if I were you, anybody that's currently playing, because of the gem duping bug, until they get it, I'd give it a little bit more time yet before purchasing the game, because I also read some comments elsewhere that people have bought, or they had gems, normal gems, disappeared out of their inventory bag, like just straight up disappeared on them. Now, and they said they did buy some off the market board. Now, there's no way in telling
We have the finest
what
goods
is a dupe
the world
and what
over.
isn't. Unfortunately, that's a big, oversight on Blizzard NetEase, their part as developers, and it's also a big oversight that this was allowed to happen or take place in the first place. It's very sloppy. It's very unfortunate too, because it creates so many problems. There was just these massive amount of ban waves that people were complaining about, and a lot of people are saying that they did nothing to get it. Now people are kind of like freaking out about it. It is what it is.
New goods arrive all
Always
the time.
have that as a caveat in any game. Take the chance of happening to you. It's unfortunate, yes, but as you try to play on the most up and up as you can. Like I said, this is complete free to play for me, so it sucks because I'd lose, all the progress and time that I've put into this, which is a serious amount actually. But no money lost, no harm, no foul as far as that goes anyway. But yeah, it's still very unfortunate. Still a point of contention with a lot of people, right? It's very recent, so I thought I'd at least bring it up and bring it to attention. It's not just the gem duping that was part of the problem. There's various other things, of course, that they might finally be coming around to crack down even harder on. So it might be stuff from like a long time ago that they're just now getting around to, because they're like, all right. But see, the thing is, my big thing is with developers, of course, is they should have had that not be a thing ever anyway. But and that's on them. However, they take it, seems a little too over. Well, I mean, not a little too personally, but they kind of do. And then they just start massive ban waves, just bam, 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 bam. And then of course you don't get an explanation, which they need to be way more transparent when it comes to that. But of course, there's some people that are requesting for like a strike warning process, like 3 strikes you're out kind of deal. That would be pretty good too. I would actually prefer that, if nothing else, because the way they do bans in this game, of course, is like, oh, they'll give you a blanket statement and it's some whatever generic thing here. Same rewards. Oh yeah, we have more. And I saved this email here as well, in-game mail. This takes you to the same article that I posted on screen. They sent this out recently. First, yeah. Blanket statements all across the board. Very vague. They don't tell you anything. And then, of course, if you could try to rebut it, get it lifted, they'll probably respond back with another thing saying, "Oh no, we've checked it out. It's good. You're still banned." That kind of thing. Which is unfortunate and sad for a lot of people, I'm sure, right now, and very scary. But like I said, there's some certain things just to keep in mind, keep an eye out for. Watch out for the gems still for right now. Hold off on getting those off the market board, because you never know what could be. You could be we buy virtual virtual stuff already as it is, but you're literally at that point buying virtual air, as in nothing at all. Just lost platinum, basically. So, but anyway, I thought I'd put that out as just pretty much a warning for those that don't know, not aware, perhaps. I know some people in my warband weren't until I brought it up, so I thought I'd go into more in-depth detail here. I've already gone on for a very long time, more than I planned on, so I better end this here. Thanks again for watching. Thank you for the comments. Thank you to anybody that subscribes. I appreciate it greatly. And like I said, this is my 3rd video. Sorry for if I go into too much of a tangent or ramble. There'll be more of those some point later, depending on the topic. And not just this game, but other things as well. Other games. I want to get a viewpoint out there sometimes on certain things. If you agree, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. We all have our own rights to opinions and such and so forth. So, but anyway, thank you if you made it all the way to the end. And take care, and talk to you again later. Bye-bye.